Oh my gosh, am I allowed to do 4 coffee with Karens in a day? I think it counts if it's 2:30 Central Time because I just woke up from a nap. So I woke up from a nap, so coffee with Karen again. Click. All right, I just had to talk about this real quick. I'm telling you, I'm going to turn my mug around, which, it's not as much fun on that side. Okay, so this is really annoying. This is really annoying. That's all I have to say. The conservative shopping guide. Okay, so somebody on the channel had asked, which, again, I'm looking really beautiful here. Someone on the channel had asked for a list of um, blue shopping guide so she can kind of look through rather than going to the app. Because I know we have the app Goods Unite Us, and which is great because it represents both sides of the aisle, and just it actually tells you what politicians they vote for. So then you can look up the politicians and see what the politicians stand for. Okay, you may not be repulsed by all Republican candidates, So like Amazon did give a little money to a Republican candidate, but it wasn't 45. And so anyway, so you can make decisions this way. Okay. So I go on and I go, oh, okay, I'm going to Google just to see if there's a list. So this person had asked for a list, not an app. Okay. I'm not using the microphone. Sorry. Hope it's okay. Anyway, so this is, I don't even want to say what website this is because then people will check it out. Look at him. Must have been sleeping on my, I literally just woke up just now. Because I don't want to send traffic there. Anyways, it's the conservative shopping guide, okay? And it's for Republican women, all right? First of all, it's for Republican women. It's not for men. It's just for Republican women. So try that one out for size for a minute. I'm pretty sure I don't have to explain it. So so some companies invest to oppose your values, okay? But there are plenty of other places to shop who support conservative values. Okay, that's fine. We do the same thing on the blue side. So liberal values. So they have check out a naughty list, but this is their naughty list, okay? Woke companies supporting DEI, abortion, okay, that doesn't surprise me. LGBTQ plus, CRT, which CRT? Curriculum. Okay, so you don't need to put it in the comments. CRT is critical race theory, right? And our nice list, those supporting moral values, pro-life, and NRA. They literally list it that way. Okay, so it is just freaking disgusting. Moral values? Oh, yeah. You have moral values. I could have a dialogue with anyone all day, any day about moral values when you shop on a site like this or when you write something like this. So Amazon is on their naughty list because of Satanism and LGBTQ. They literally, I'm going to cover up I guess it doesn't really matter. I just don't want to give support to, oh shoot. Hang on a sec. I'm going to take a picture. I just don't want to give support to that website. Because I think people, you'll be tempted. You know what I'm saying? Let me make sure there's nothing on here. Okay. So, literally in quotes. Literally in quotes. Because that's their moral value. That's the moral value that they're saying you shouldn't shop there. Oh my gosh. it's just, I know this, we're trying to stay in the light, people, but got it. You know, I'm going to talk about timelines a little bit just for a second, because just to remind people kind of where I'm at, and I haven't done a full video on timelines, meaning realities that we're living in. So we got the 3D real quick. The 3D reality, which is these people. It's the drama. It's the, well, I'm sucked into it right now, basically, the 3D drama. Okay. So it's not just these people. It's just drama in general. Okay. So you have the 3D, and that's where like war takes place, and, you know, people are mean and whatever. And then you have the 3D. I'm going to call it not timelines, because I don't really understand the timeline thing. So I think realities is easier. So 3D timeline. I mean, so you got 3D, and then you got the 5D. And the 5D is like, I am living in La La Land, and that's amazing for people, some people. And then you have the 2D, which is where I'm choosing to land right now. So 5D would, I mean, that's great, but I'm on Earth to have some experiences. Like 5D is pretty much, you know, trying to live in like 100% heaven on earth type of thing. But I think if you're in the 5D, besides spreading your light, which is maybe all, you know, some people are going to say that's all you need to do, and that's totally fine. I'm not judging at all people who want to be in the 5D at all. Like, go for it. And who knows, like in a couple of years I might be there, just want to stay there, you know. But the 2D or the 4D, I guess, maybe the 4D is more appropriate. Yeah, 2D, it doesn't make any sense. 2 is way back there. Okay, so 3, 5, and 4. 4 is in the middle of 3 and 5. So the 4D is more a bridge between the two, right? So it's paying attention to the 3D from a 5D perspective, and so not getting sucked in, right? So like right now, my OMG reaction is definitely a 3D reaction. So, but talking about it from then trying to maintain that, you know, which is why oftentimes if I have conversations on this channel that are heavier, I probably won't do it this time because, you know, I don't want to make this long because I've already done 3 Coffee with Karens today, but I'll do an angel card reading at the end to give a message, you know. It's just again, the hypocrisy of it all. I mean, maybe this website has been here for a long time, but now everybody is so, I mean, boy, we're just putting it all out there, aren't we? Which is great. That's actually great for people in the 4D because we need to know what we're dealing with here so it's just honest. It's honest, right? It's just really honest. So I appreciate them being honest. But I didn't realize how smack in the face they put it. And it's just, whoever typed this up, like those supporting moral values. Okay. So those supporting moral values. So I'm just going to see how it's defined. What are moral values? So guidelines, moral values are guidelines that help people decide what is right and wrong and how to behave in a way that is proper. Okay. So it's proper to not support somebody in the LGBTQ community because you disagree with it. That doesn't sound like a moral value to me. So it's a religious value. It's a religious value that we're talking about, correct? So this website needs to be a little bit more specific and not say conservative values. They need to say our religious values. Our religious values. Then they need to check themselves. Just go check yourself and make sure that that is not like, where did that religious value come from? I'll tell you one thing, it didn't come from Jesus. I guarantee 99.9% because I just don't know I know it in my heart and I know it in my brain because of the history of what I've learned, because, I've actually learned things, not just read, the Bible, basically. I guarantee it. Jesus did not say that. Guarantee it. Did he? Somebody tell me if Jesus said, it's okay to love certain people, but not others. Did Jesus say that? Did Jesus say that I thought God, kind of sent people to earth the way he intended for people to be. Interesting. And it's okay, Jesus would have said, not you, but you and you, but not you and you and you. Not you. No, you're loving someone I disagree with. So, not you. You two men are the most loving parents I've ever experienced in my life, but not you. We're not, no, you don't count. You're the most loving and giving people that I've ever experienced, but you don't count. Jesus, no. Jesus would. Okay, so I'm really obviously being sarcastic. But, so this is where I'm standing in the 4D, is to say, first of all, no. You don't get to hide behind that. And it's just about us checking ourselves. Just check. I'll check myself. I have to check myself all the time. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect at all. But the hypocrisy, I'm going to keep talking about the hypocrisy because, so folks, if you're conservative, check yourself on the hypocrisy. You don't get, okay, so you're going to support, this is what drives me nuts. You support pro-life and then the NRA. The NRA is not pro-life, people. The NRA is not pro-life. They don't care about you. They don't care about the Second Amendment. They don't care. All they care is about their money. I mean, come on, Anna. All right. I am fiery today. I'm fiery. I don't put up with, when I see stuff like that, it is just disgusting. It's disgusting. It really is. So is there a blue list that says, okay, well, I guess we're going to have to develop a blue list. So now this would be my getting into if I actually spent time on this, it would be in the 3D reality. But if somebody wants to sit in the 3D reality and create a naughty and create a naughty and nice list for liberal values, go ahead and please, next to the companies that support conservative values, if you would go ahead and put supports killing children with guns. I mean, that's what we should do, because that's how clear this was about supporting, like they literally in parentheses, Planned Parenthood and LGBTQ. Yeah, people will why don't you find out exactly what Planned Parenthood does? Why don't you find that out first? And really find out what banning abortion means. Really find it out. Really find it out. Don't just sit and watch your FOX news. I just don't want to say it. Don't just do that. No, really find it out before you put crap like this. Oh, look at Dollar Tree. Whoops, look at Dollar Tree. Supports liberals. Oh, liberal way of thinking, progressive way of thinking, wanting to, protect our children. Excuse me, but if you're over 40 years old, did you go to school having to worry about being blown up? No, we did not. We went to school worried about nuclear war and had to hide under the desks for, yeah. I wouldn't even I wouldn't even substitute teach now. I would not do that. And in fact, a substitute teacher was killed recently by one of the most recent school shootings. Substitute teacher was killed right before Christmas. So, oh, you're pro-life? Oh, is that pro-life? Shooting down your teachers? I wouldn't do it. I could go substitute teach. I think it'd be interesting, but I wouldn't, never. I don't even want to go into a school. I don't even want to go into school. And we send our children there every day. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. But you support pro-life and the NRA. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. And why don't you just put it down? Put it down. Okay, so what else can we put, you guys, on a liberal list? I wouldn't put supports conservatives at all. I would literally do what they're doing. I mean, I've just never seen anything like that. And again, it's for women. Shopping list for women. Oh, so that, I mean, again, that's even right there, that message, That's all I have to say about that. What else can we put? I'm not awake enough to think creatively, but put in the comments, what else can we put in parentheses? Supports the Antichrist. I've heard people talking about that. Especially the whole supports unaliving children in schools. That's all we have to do, is supports unaliving children in schools. That's all we have to do. I mean, moral values, my ass. Does anybody say that anymore? My ass. All right, well, Coffee with Karen number 4. I couldn't wait till tomorrow on this one. Coffee with Karen to me is like being able to call out some of the stuff for myself, just to be have a place to say what the F is going on. What the F is going on. I would love somebody to do a counter argument, not threatening my life, because that's not a counter, you know what I mean? Because that's what you get. That's not a counter argument. Like, I would like a counter argument on the moral values and the hypocrisy. What's up with the hypocrisy? And don't talk to me about the second, unless you're going to actually say something about like what the Second Amendment really meant, what it really meant. Didn't mean what's happening. It did not mean what's happening. So, and the First Amendment, I got that on my list to do a whole separate just conversation about the First Amendment. The First Amendment does not allow people to threaten people, to bully people. If your child was in school and they were being bullied and the kid said, "It's my First Amendment rights," that's what adults do. That's what adults are saying, basically. That's how you're teaching your kid. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's not First Amendment. Go read what the First Amendment really means before you start saying, it's the First Amendment, I have freedom of speech. No, you don't. You don't have freedom of speech. And then your moral values are being, if you shop somewhere where liberals shop or support liberals, your moral values, but you're the ones who are, threatening people online all the time. I find it really hard to believe that someone on the blue side is threatening people online. I mean, there's always going to be certain people with mental health issues. There's no doubt about it. But these are people without mental health issues. These are like the people who are threatening people online that's a campaign they're out to do. They're out to do that, to scare people to stop having freedom of speech. That's what they're doing. That's the conservative value. Stop them from talking, stop them from calling me out, stop them from, having critical thinking conversations. That's the campaign about that, Because when I first started this channel, like what day is it today? 27th. I don't know. It was like a month ago. But yeah, it was 2 months ago, the end of October. Somebody had, I mean, I got a comment. Somebody said, if 45 wins, you're unalived or dead or whatever. I don't know. Are we not allowed to say that word on YouTube? I mean, why? You know. Yeah, so that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Oh, so you get freedom of speech, but I don't get freedom of speech if I'm talking about something you don't like. Is that what it is? That's it? Yeah, there's no hypocrisy there at all. No. Mm-mm. So in parentheses next to red companies supports threatening comments on YouTube. Right? Because that's a conservative value. Oh, we should do a list of conservative values. And I'm talking you know, but this is like in our face, this website. I mean, give me a break. I have a few conservative values. I do believe in fiscal responsibility when it comes to our government. But that you got to, with discernment on how we make decisions where the money goes. Okay? People who say they are conservative, that they're fiscally conservative, what they mean is they don't want to support the people, you know. So that's, I mean, on the right side, that's typically what you know, I'm fiscally conservative, but not supporting, like, I just think we need to balance our budget like we do anything. But there's so much illegal shit going on. And honestly, on both sides, I wouldn't doubt it on both sides. I'm not saying there's not. I mean, right now, this is a I'm not even I don't want to use the word fight because I don't think I just don't. This is a tug of war between the people right now. And we are not that far away from each other. Not most of us. We are not that far away from each other. We just assume we know what the other is, you know. Anyways, we could go on and on. It's already 20 minutes. Should have been like 10. All right. Let me know what you think. Click. Ew. That's from me drinking coffee right there, is it? So, this is the randomness you get when I do 4 a day. Well, this is what happens when I do usually 1 a day. All right. Well, if you like this content, are you subscribed yet? You're probably like, I don't even know who you are. What are you doing here? So I do actually talk about spiritual things quite a bit. So I'm in the 4D, bridging the gap between the 3D and the 5D. That's where I'm living right now. And that's what I feel currently my soul contract is about, you know? So it's not about ignoring, but it's about, you know, major discernment about what I expose myself to, but keeping kind of an eye on things going on in the 3D so that I can work for myself and also for this channel to bridge the gap between the two, basically 3 and 5D, because it's not going to help humanity for me, if all of us lived in the 5D, all of us, that would be one thing. But since there's the 3D reality on Earth, then, and I am a human being living on Earth, and I've chosen to do that, it doesn't feel like the right thing for me, but it may very well feel like the right thing for a lot of people, you know? So, I just find it as a human being, I want to have the human experience, basically. And I don't think you can have the human experience if you are only in the 5D, like the true human experience, you know. But that's not a judgment. I'm just processing that out loud because this whole concept of the 3 timelines is like very new to me. So I'm just learning and processing it out loud. But okay, very good. Have an awesome day. I am coming on tonight and I think I'm going to do a card draw. I think I kind of want to check in on the election energy. So I was thinking about doing a card draw, so I'll come back later. Maybe I'll wash my hair or wash my face or something. Excuse me before I do that. I guess I just feel like hanging out with you for a second. All right, I better go. All right, have a good one. Bye-bye.